So it looks like people are getting out of work at 6 o'clock. So we're seeing a little influx of that. Straight ahead is a Portuguese building. So if we were doing one of those ones where I was showing you Portuguese architecture. So actually this is a combination of different stuff. We had go check out the room. Okay, I'm the content creator for this channel. If you like what I'm doing, just subscribe and hit the like button. Okay, so today we're going to talk about restaurants. So I'm just going to go show you some restaurants in Macau, and we're going to start with this Honolulu, and you can see some of the foods. This has kind of a variation of different foods, and it's a pretty looking cafe. You can sit right in the window and eat, and this is also a chain, so you can also eat everywhere in the city. Let's just kind of look into the window a little bit. So there you go. But they also have the window seats. So we're just going to take a look at some restaurants in Macau and just the diversity of it. There is definitely Macauese food and Chinese food, but there's also a lot of like chains. So there's the menu. And we're just going to take a look around a little bit. So this is Honolulu Cafe. And then we're going to switch up. And I just want to show you this Paris store real quick. Then there's a teatro in San Francisco. So if you saw some recent videos of mine, and you also saw one about Paris. So there's actually a Paris, it's actually turned into a chain as well. So this has all Paris stuff. I'll explain that in a minute. It's a little bit crowded there, so I'm gonna keep walking. But the Paris store, there's another one in Taipa. So I filmed that one specifically. There's also these French bakeries that are quite popular now too. So so you have, the first one was Honolulu, that one was French. And now we're just gonna kind of drift along. There's a bunch of phone shops, and then we're gonna look for a restaurant that's up here a little bit. If we were doing a couple of our other games, we would have pharmacy. Some of our other games where we spot the foreigner, I've spotted 2 Portuguese already. 2 different Portuguese. Could be doing that game right now too. And there's quite a few. Yeah, there's there's Filipino as well, so there's lots of Filipino and a couple Portuguese. So if we were doing that game where we count the foreigner, we'd be doing pretty good. It's funny because I was thinking this street might not have that many, so I wasn't going to play that game here. Let me see. Buses. Edificio is Portuguese for building. Correios, post office. That woman looked like she was Macauese, which is a mix. So we're going to, we could keep walking down that way. I was thinking about going into these alleys, which is what I think I'm going to do. So I was going to talk about restaurants, and then I could have actually did the game where I was playing about Spot the Foreigner, but we're going to instead go down in these little alleys, and we're going to see what's in these. Oh, it's a dead-end one. This is just nothing but... Okay. So it looks like people are getting out of work at 6 o'clock. So we're seeing a little influx of that. Straight ahead is a Portuguese building. So if we were doing one of those ones where I was showing you Portuguese architecture. So actually this is a combination of different stuff. We had some restaurants that we started out in this one, and then I started saying that we could have done one of our Spot the Foreigner games. And then we have our little Portuguese videos that we do sometimes. And before I was telling you about how those are kind of mixed into stuff. Portuguese are kind of mixed in with everything else. So it's not always clear exactly. Here's our nice fancy car. Parking in a bus stop, I think. Bus stop, yep, he's illegally parking. Nice car though, wow. Really nice car. And then we just had another Portuguese guy walk by a little bit too, so we would have had 3 Association of Women of Macau. Okay. Lots of associations here too. And we're actually looking for restaurants, and I didn't really go to a restaurant corner. I kind of wanted to capture those 2, and I knew Peppercorn was up here, which is a Japanese one that I'm gonna film in a minute. And yeah, just kind of happened this way. Anyways, we'll just show the Peppercorn, and we're gonna go down this alley to see what's around there. And I don't know if you saw my other video, there's a Portuguese embassy up there. So it's right on this street. If I walk all the way down there, it's Natal Square. If I walk up there, there's that other Portuguese area. And this is peppercorn. So this is basically like meat that they grill at your table. And it's a chain, so it's kind of all over Japan, because I used to live there. But it's also all over Macau as well. And then you can go up here, or you can go back there as well. You can follow up this one. And let me see. I think I kind of want to go explore that alley, so we might just end this one right here, but at least you can kind of get to see this main street. This is pretty typical of Macau, these green guardrails everywhere. Probably because it's such a dense city. So yeah, there's actually lots of people getting out of work right now. It's like 6 o'clock. Okay. Stay tuned, and I'm gonna go up and beyond back there.